Welcome back to Vanguard Motor Sales. I'm Greg and I am standing in front of a 1971 big block Corvette, numbers matching. You're gonna love checking this one out. So go to our website at vanguardmotorsales.com. We'll put it on the lift so you can check out the bottom side. We're gonna get under the hood and take a look at that 365 horse 454 under the hood. We're gonna take a look at the interior. We'll show you everything you wanna see so you can make a great decision on your Corvette investment. So come on up and we'll fire this big block up. Check out the paint on this baby. She is straight as an arrow, man. Looks like an emerald sitting here. It is beautiful. That chrome on the front bumper looks good. The emblem looks great. That hood fits great. The 454 there on the side of the hood, beautiful. Look at the wheel and tire combo on it. She's got Goodyears on her, Eagle GT2s. The door alignment looks nice. It's nice and flush there. Stainless is in good shape. Doors operate nice. The door jambs are nice and clean. Look at this paint. Just amazing. Straight as can be. A lot of body work went into this paint job. Those rear bumpers look good. Look down the side of this beautiful Vette. Man, these cars are so cool. Just looks like it's going fast sitting still. Look how nice and easy that door operates. Now at Vanguard Motor Sales, we're not consignment dealers. That means we own all of our inventory. Right now, we've got just a little over 200 cars in stock and we own them all. As a matter of fact, we're the largest dealership in the United States that owns all their classic inventory. Now let's take a look at the interior in this beautiful car. Check out that door panel. She's in beautiful shape. Carpeting looks good. All the paint work on the interior looks good. All the plastic's in great shape. All the upholstery's in good shape. Carpeting looks great behind the seats there. She is just beautiful, guys. Corvette time here, 1971 big block. And take a look at the dash, man. She is beautiful. All those gauges look nice. The lenses are all nice and clean. Wait till you see the bottom side of this car. She is hot. All right, let's take our 71 Vette for a ride. What a sweet ride here, man. Corvette time. Corvettes love corners, man, and it is fun to go through the corners in a Corvette. I mean, she's riding like she's on rails. Now, down here on the dash, you see there's a red light? That's actually the seatbelt light telling me to fasten my seatbelt. Well, you know what? I'm not putting my seatbelt on. The gauges are working down here, the tach and the speedo. It's got the stock radio still in it. You can see the dash looks great. Center console's in good shape. The dash pad's in good shape. Now at Vanguard Motor Sales, we're shipping experts. We can ship this car anywhere in the world. You just call us at 248-974-9513. Now, Tom answers his phone 7 days a week and practically 24 hours a day. So call him anytime. And don't forget, our showroom's only 20 minutes from the airport here in Detroit. So if you want to come check out the car, please just give us a call. Let us know you're coming. If you want to send an inspector also, give us a call. Let us know he's coming. We will accommodate any inspector any way you would like. get around this corner here. Great sounding exhaust on the car also. She's got a nice rumble to her, but she's not too loud. She's driving real sweet. Like I said, she's driving just like a Corvette. Feels like it's on rails. The brakes feel good. It's stopping us nice and straight. Just give Tom a call. He'll tell you just how easy it is to park this dream in your drive. Listen to that exhaust. Man, this thing sounds tough. Now we're coming up on our shop right here. We're at 15100 Keel Street in Plymouth, Michigan. Now stick with us because we're going to put it in the air so you can check out the underside. Then we're going to pop the hood and take a look at the power under the hood.
All right, guys, this is the underside of our 71 Corvette, and there's a lot of things to cover under here. This thing is extremely original, a lot of cool mechanical things for us, us mechanical nerds. You can see here we got the spare tire rack. There is actually a spare tire up in there, and it seems to be held down just fine. No road rash or anything like that, like someone's run over a spare tire on the freeway or something of that nature. Exhaust looks relatively new on the car. You can see it's new all the way up to the front. It actually has the correct mounting and cross member for a automatic transmission on this car, which this car does have. The original numbers matching transmission. We'll get to it in just a second though. The rear end is the typical style Corvette independent rear end. It is indeed posi, and it actually has 308 gears in it, or 307, I'm not exactly certain, but approximately a 308 gear in it. Disc brakes on either end of it, just like it should have. All the bushings look like they're in good shape. You can give all these U-joints a shake, even like the drive shaft U-joint. It's all in pretty good shape on this thing, and of course we as mechanics here, we always check them out, we look at everything. I'd also like to point out that your rear brake flex lines are all in good shape. The brake lines look like they're in good shape. They're not all rusted and destroyed. Very, very good. And you can see the pinion seal looks like it's in good shape, so on and so forth. All the bushings look good, shocks look good. All the fiberglass back here looks like it's in excellent shape. Parking brake looks like it's in good shape on this thing. It does look to be like it's in functional condition. Same thing with your floorboards here on either side here. No cracks or anything that I can see. Doesn't look like a jack has ever slipped on this thing. Very, very good shape. I'm very happy with what I'm seeing under here. The brake lines on this side look like they're in great shape. On the other side there, I can see that it does indeed have the fuel line, and it looks like it is of original condition, and it looks like it's in pretty good shape. You can see all, like, even it's still got the sheen to it. So I'm very happy with what I'm seeing so far here. Transmission, I guess it would be the transmission mount, looks like it's in relatively good shape. Moving forward to that here, you heard me say it just a second ago. This is a turbo 400 transmission. It is 71 correct, and it is even numbers matching for the car. We've checked the VIN code here on the side. The tag says 1971 on the side here, specifying the year. Everything looks to be tight and right with this transmission. It looks to be perfectly correct for the car. I'm very happy to see it. Moving forward to that, the underside of our big block Chevy here. Looks like it's in pretty good shape. I'm not seeing any big spills or any big drips hanging off of it, which I'm very happy to see. You can also see here we got our transmission lines, look like they're brand new on the car. Frame looks like it's in good shape. Collector donuts look like they're in good shape, and they even used the correct little brass nuts for the thing when they went and put the exhaust together. All stuff I like to see. Power steering on this car, it is the correct old school style power steering. And of course we always check everything. You know, our idler arms are tight. We always check our, what would it be? The name is escaping me, but these, tie rod ends, that's what it is. The tie rod end links and all that, ball joints, we always check it. Everything seems like it's in good shape. Cotter pins look like they're in good shape here. Front whip hoses look like they're in good shape, and you can see here, sway bar is good on this thing. Looks like it was taken out, painted, and done the right way. The links look good. Looks like upper and lower ball joints at some time have been replaced. The boots look like they're in pretty good shape. Front discs on the car, and I'm looking, and I can just see here, of course, we've had a lengthy inspection on this car. However, I can see just at first glance here, the pad looks like it's in really good shape as far as pad life goes on your 4-piston calipers here. I'm liking everything I'm seeing here. Your upper control arm and lower control arm bushings look like they're in pretty good shape. I can see all of our hoses look good. Very happy with it. Your front cross member here doesn't look like it's ever been really hit too bad. Maybe a little bit of a dent right there. Nothing that's integrally wrong with it. Moving forward to that, even you can see even like the splitter on the front, and it doesn't look like it's ever hit anything. And also something I'd like to point out at this point of the inspection, you can see here that these tires, they look like they have a few miles on them, and I can tell that the alignment is in good shape because even with the miles on them, there's no chopping on these. I mean, you can look how nice that the wear pattern is on these tires. So I'm very impressed with that. That was the first thing I looked at when I looked underneath this car. Very impressive. At this point, let's check out wheels and tires, and I'll show you the numbers matching big block under the hood. Okay guys, for a rolling stock, we got a set of Goodyear Eagle GT2s. This is a radial tire, and it's a 225/70 R15, the 15 meaning that this is a 15-inch rim. The rim is indeed stock on this thing, and you can see even through the holes here, the calipers are painted up very nicely. Behind this, the cast color, very nice, and I can see that the center cap looks like it's in pretty good shape, of course. Doesn't seem to be plastic. I think that's metal. That could very well be an original one, and same thing with the trim ring. I'm liking to see it. Let's go check out the rear. All right, guys, in the back, we've got Eagle GT2s, Goodyear tires, same as the front. 225/70 R15, same as the front. And you can see here, we've got our caliper up here. Looks like it's in good shape. Obviously, was taken off to be redone. Like the cast color. Same thing with the trim ring and the center cap. Looks to be metal, and everything looks like it's an original type shape. And once again, the alignment, because in these Corvettes, you can actually align the rear. It is an independent rear car, and the alignment feels just as good on the back as it does on the front. I'm very impressed with it. Let's go check out the numbers matching 454 under the hood. All right, guys, underneath the hood here, you can see we got a 454, just as I said below. This is a numbers matching engine for this car. We've checked the casting number, the suffix code. The suffix code in conjunction with the VIN number and the casting date, it all lines up. This is a true 1971 454, and that sticker is not a lie. It is actually the correct 365 horsepower 454 that should be in this car. So very impressed with all of that stuff, and it looks to be all correct. On top of the GM correct intake manifold, we have a quadrajet 4-barrel on this thing, and there is no numbers on that. I can't specify whether it was the one that the car was born with, but I don't see any reason it shouldn't be given everything else that I've seen here. I would like to point out the distributor does maintain its original points in this thing. This thing has not been monkeyed with the Petronics unit. So very happy to see that. It's got the correct plug wires on it. Got a clutch fan up front. This thing does have AC. Got a nice stant cap on the radiator, or I guess it would be the coolant reservoir tank over here. You can see we've got power brakes on the thing with the, looks like a brand new master cylinder on the thing, and it's the high quality one with the bleeds, the bleeds on the top of it too. I like to see that. All the wiring doesn't look to be all too haggled. Everything looks to be just about the way that it should be in 1971. And this car is extra special to me because right around this time, the government started to stick their finger in what we could do as far as our engines, and they started regulating emissions and this sort of stuff. This is really kind of the end of an era for these sorts of things. Right around this time, 72, 73, 74, is when horsepowers just started to plummet because the government said you need to meet these emissions regulations, so on and so forth. So this is really, like I was saying, it's the end of an era. They weren't making them this high of horsepower in the subsequent years after this. So I really like to see that it's the original engine in this car. It's the correct year for it, which is very important as far as your horsepowers, compression ratios, cams, all that sort of stuff goes. This is the good one here. Outside of that, I already mentioned it has AC, the clutch fan, radiator. The radiator looks like it's in pretty good shape. You can see all of our rubber belts. All of them look like they're tensioned properly, and they're all in pretty good shape. All of our rubber hoses look like they're in good shape. And they even have the GM correct hoses over here on this side for your heater hoses, I like to see. See here, outside of that, we got cast manifolds on the thing. If you hadn't seen underneath, everything looks to be right for this thing. I'm really happy to see what I'm seeing under here. So if you'd like to have this thing parked in your driveway, make sure to call Tom with the number below and let Vanguard Motor Sales park this dream in your driveway.